na ako po'y nagagalak at nagpapasalamat na ako ay muling makapagbigay at makapagbahagi ng salita ng Diyos mula rito sa Qatar, dyan sa Pilipinas. No? At ngayon po, ang ating pong tema na pag-uusapan, it's about honor God through faithful giving. At ang aking pong teksto ay Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9 to 10. Sabi rito, honor the Lord by making Him an offering from the best of all that your land produces. If you do, your barns will be filled with grain, and you will have too much wine to store it all. So, yan po. Salamat po sa salita ng ating Panginoon. At sabi rito, ang ating pong pag-uusapan, it's about giving and faithful giving. No, ang aking pong title na ibibigay sa inyo, it's about faithful giving, faithful God. Definitely, if we're faithful to the Lord, if we're faithful to our giving, definitely God will really faithful to us. No? Giving, kasi mayroong pagkakaiba yung giving at saka faithful giving. No? Yung giving, pwedeng nagbigay ka ngayon, sa susunod na araw, sa susunod na buwan, taon, gano'n. Giving yon. But pag sinabing faithful giving dapat you are committed. You are devoted. You are steady. No? You are loyal. You are dedicated. You are certain. You are true. You are sincere. No? This is all faithful giving. Or should I say faithful giving? Should I say giving with the heart? Wow. Giving with the heart. So, bago po tayo magpatuloy sa ating mensahe sa umagang ito, may inihanda po ako sa inyong maikling clips na mapapanood natin. So, enjoy, panoorin po muna natin.
Sometimes we are selfish and don't even know it. Sometimes we're not happy and don't want to show it. Clarence the fox was both of these things, and when he saw others happy, it would make his heart sting. He thought, why is it so? I can't seem to see. Why happiness found them, but hasn't found me? Maybe it's this. I know what to do. If I find what they have, I'll find happiness too. So he set out to find what it was that they had, and soon he would know what was making them glad. First he came across Lucy, a kind bunny rabbit, and when it came to happiness, there was no doubt she had it. Clarence asked, Miss Lucy, my neighbor and friend, what makes you so happy from day's start to its end?
Oh, Clarence, my boy,
Lucy said with a smile.
if I gave all the reasons, it would sure take a while. But here is just one of the things I love most. Take my very best carrot. And now listen close. Giving is better, far better than getting. I know it may not seem true, but just try it once and you'll find what you're missing. The giving is better for me and for you.
Clarence ran off, thinking, that must be wrong. Giving is better? What an odd, silly song. Next thing he knew, Clarence ran into James, a chipmunk whose smile had brought him some fame. James, tell me, please, Clarence began inquiring, how can it be that you never stop smiling?
It's simple, my friend.
James quickly replied.
I'm thankful for all that I have in my life. Now have some of my acorns. I have plenty, you see. I've got less than I want, but more than I need. Giving is better, far better than getting. I know it may not seem true, But just try it once and you'll find what you're missing. That giving is better for me and for you.
As Clarence kept going, he thought like before. How can giving be better? Is less somehow more? Then he ran into Owen, a most unselfish moose. Maybe he'd know the way to help Clarence's blues. Owen, please help me. I can't seem to find why everyone's heart is more happy than mine. Owen responded with a big, toothy grin.
I know what you're seeking. It's something within. If you search your own heart, it will soon become clear. But take my hat and scarf, as it's quite cold out here.
As Clarence was leaving, he heard Owen sing too.
Giving is better for me and for you.
I still don't get it, Clarence thought to himself. I have all these nice gifts, but they just haven't helped. And finding no answer, Clarence turned to go home, when he saw Willow the beaver looking sad and alone. Tell me, my friend, why are you so sad? Has something gone wrong that has made you feel bad?
It's nothing that happened.
Willow said with a tear.
It's about all of the things that I'm missing right here. You see, I'm building a snowman, but I cannot proceed, as I don't have the things that a good snowman needs. So instead, he's just plain, with no face to show. He won't be a real snowman, just 3 balls of snow.
Clarence wished he could help, but what could he do? How could he make Willow happy if he was sad too? Then Clarence remembered all the gifts in his pack, and perhaps to be happy, he should try giving back. So he said to Willow, I think I've got what you need. And all because others have been so kind to me. Clarence gave Willow the carrot, acorns, hat, and the scarf. Then she finished her snowman, and it warmed both their hearts. As he turned to go home, Clarence felt kind of strange. The sting in his heart had suddenly changed. Though his pack was now empty, his heart overflowed. Was it the things he had given, or the kindness he'd shown? Just then Clarence realized he had it all wrong. Trying just to be happy kept him sad all along. Owen was right, Clarence thought with a smile. There's something within that I've had all the while. Well, Clarence the Fox was much happier now, and when others asked why, he would sing to tell how. Giving is better, far better than getting. I know it may not seem true, but just try it once and you'll find what you're missing. That giving is better for me and for you. Lily Row.
Family songs.
Salamat dun sa ating napanood, sa maikling clips na ating napanood. Sabi ron, giving is better for better than getting. I know it may not seem true, but just try it once and you'll find what you're missing. That giving is better for me and for you. Sabi pala rito, yung giving hindi lamang better dun sa nakakatanggap, pati dun sa nagbigay. No? What 5 things that you can give to God every day? Now, 5 things you can give to God every day. Number 1, give your gifts. 2, talents, time, energy, enthusiasm. No? Enthusiasm means intense and eager enjoyment and interest. No? Yung interest mo, yung enjoyment mo sa paglilingkod sa ating Panginoon. These things, you can give to God every day. Dapat natidistinguish mo yung yung gift mo, yung talent mo, yung time mo, yung energy mo, at saka yung enthusiasm mo kung kanino mo i-offer. And be productive every day. No? Be productive every day. So, before we start, let's close our eyes and let's pray. Lord, salamat po sa isang magandang umaga na binigay mo sa amin. Lord, papasalamat po kami sa inyong kabutihan sa buhay ng bawat isa sa amin. Lord, turuan mo ang bawat isa sa amin na maging humble sa pakikinig ng inyong salita. Lord, itago niyo po ako sa inyong likuran upang nang sa ganon, maging ang salita mo, ang mensahe mo, ang tumimo sa puso't isipan namin, Panginoon, at magamit namin sa buhay spiritual ng bawat nakikinig sa iyo. Lord, salamat po sa pagkakataon na ibinigay mo sa amin, na ikaw ang aming Diyos na buhay na kumikilos sa buhay ng bawat isa sa amin. Lord, help us, Panginoon, na matuto at ma-secure namin, Panginoon, ang aming pagiging Kristiyano, na magamit namin ng worth it habang kami ay nabubuhay dito sa ibabaw ng mundo, Panginoon. Salamat po sa pagkakataon na ibinigay mo sa bawat isa sa amin. Ito naman po ang aming panalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus. Amen and amen. Now, salamat po sa maikling panalangin natin sa ating Panginoon. Kung naalala niyo po, yung ating yung mga nakaraang mensahe na ni Pastor June, ni Pastor ni Brother Fred, ni Brother Paul, ni Brother Daniel, it's all about giving. No, it's all about giving. And it's clear kung ano ang dapat ibigay ng isang Kristiyano. No, clear sa kanila 'yun, clear sa atin 'yon, clear sa mga nakikinig 'yon, nakapakinig ng mensahe ng mga nakaraang linggo, no? Kung ano ang dapat ibigay ng ating mga tayong bilang isang Kristiyano. Okay? But now, giving is differentiate natin sa faithful giving. Pag sinabi kasing giving, pwede ka nagbigay ngayon, sa susunod na araw, sa susunod na buwan, taon, it's giving, no? Iba siya sa faithful giving. Pag sinabi mo faithful giving means you are committed, you are devoted, you are loyal, you are steady in giving, you are dedicated in giving, you are certain in giving, you are true and sincere in giving. This is all faithful giving. Or should I say, giving with the heart. Giving with the heart. No? But now, gusto ko kayong dalhin dun sa why giving is important to God. Bakit importante ang pagbibigay sa ating Panginoon, no? Giving is important to God. That's why it should be important to us. Okay. Number 1, why giving is important to God? Number 1, because giving, when we give, we worship God, no? We worship God. We worship God by our giving. Ganun pala. Kapag nagbibigay tayo, wino-worship na natin ang ating Panginoon. No, nagwo-worship na tayo sa ating Panginoon. Pag nagbigay ka sa kapwa natin, nagbigay ka dito kung saan man na nangangailangan ng tulong, ibig sabihin, nalulugod ang Panginoon na ito ay worship na. It's a form of worship to God na. No? But now, in Psalms chapter 16 verse 16, Psalms 116 verse 12 to 19, sabi rito na this verse is about yung unang tagpo natin sa ating Panginoon. Ano yung una natin pinangako at dapat na i-offer natin sa ating Panginoon? In verse 12, what can I offer to the Lord for all His goodness to me? I will bring a wine offering to the Lord to thank Him for saving me. In the assembly of His people, I will give Him what I have promised. No? I will give Him what I promised, what I have promised. No? Remember, nung time na unang tagpo natin sa ating Panginoon, na tinatanggap natin siya bilang Panginoon natin tagapagligtas. Ano yung una nating in-offer sa Kanya? Di ba in-offer natin yung buhay natin? In-offer natin yung buhay natin. Nangako tayo na yung buhay natin magiging worth it para sa Kanya. Na tinatanggap natin siya bilang Panginoon natin tagapagligtas, na siya ang kikilos sa buhay natin, siya ang magdadrive sa buhay natin bilang Panginoon natin tagapagligtas. But now, what happened to those promises na ibinigay natin sa Panginoon? No? Ito yung gusto kong dalhin. Anong nangyari doon sa promises na during that time? Now, unfortunately, we live in a society where promises don't hold the value they once did. Tunay nga naman na nasa society tayo na yung promises natin hindi minsan bina-value, no? Pero ang turo sa atin dito, ano ba yung patungkol sa pagbibigay, sa promises natin para sa ating Panginoon, no? Sabi rito in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1 to 7, anong foolishness dun sa pangako? First, if you make rash promises to God, no? If you make rash promises, yung promises mo na hindi mo pinag-isipan para sa ating Panginoon, foolishness 'yon. If you delay in doing what your promises to God, no? Nag-promise ka, dinidelay mo kung ano yung promise mo sa ating Panginoon, foolishness 'yon. It is better to keep your mouth shut than commit to something you're not going to do, no? Mas mabuti pang tahimik mo na lang yung bibig mo kaysa doon sa ngako ka na hindi mo tutuparin. At yung mga pangako mo na hindi natupad at nagbibigay ka ng mga excuses, failure na nagawa, na nagbibigay ka ng excuses para sa Panginoon. And then, yung mga pangako mo, no, sinet mo into your dreams only. No? Parang in your dreams lang na nangako ka sa ating Panginoon. But now, sabi rito, in Deuteronomy chapter 23 verse 21 to 23, when you make a vow to the Lord, you should not be slack in paying it. God requires that you keep your word. It is a sin for you to be slack in your promises. No? Sabi rito, it is a sin, no? For you to be slack in your promises. Na dapat daw yung mga pangako natin sa Panginoon tinutupad natin. Kasi after promises, ano na yung maibibigay mo talaga sa ating Panginoon? No? Ano na yung maibibigay mo sa ating Panginoon after your promises? Kasi importante yung time na tinanggap mo ang ating Panginoon eh, no? Tinanggap mo ang ating Panginoon, naging worth it ba yung promises mo during that time? At naibigay mo ba yung mga pangako mo sa ating Panginoon? No? At masasabi mo ba na winorship mo dun sa mga naibigay mo ang ating Panginoon? No, this is the question. Kung na-worship mo ba ang ating Panginoon doon sa mga naibigay mo sa Kanya. Okay? Number 1, why God is important to God? Because in our giving, we worship God. No? Doon ba sa mga naibigay na natin sa ating Panginoon? No? Ino-worship natin ang ating Panginoon. Doon ba sa naibigay mo na sa Panginoon, na-worship mo ba ang Panginoon? Dapat pinag-iisipan natin yan. Okay? Number 2, we please God by our giving. No? We please God by our giving. Who do you want to please? Kasi sa atin ngayon, sino ba yung talagang gusto nating i-please? No? Sino ba yung mga gusto nating i-please? Yung boss ba natin? Mga taong nakapaligid sa atin? No? Yung mga taong nakakakita sa atin? Ito ba yung mga taong na gusto natin i-please? No? Instead, na dapat na piniplease natin ang ating Panginoon. Ang truthfully, there's only one person you ever need to be concerned about pleasing. No? Because if He's happy and well pleased, you will find contentment in life. You will find contentment in life. Kapag na-please mo ang ating Panginoon, makakatagpo ka ng kakontentuhan sa buhay mo. Okay? The offering that is well-pleasing to God is once He tells you to give. No? Ano pala yung offering na well-pleased sa ating Panginoon? Ito pala yung offering na dapat yung mga sinabi sa atin. Whether what you give is big or small, in your own eyes, the important thing to remember is to listen to the voice of the Lord and obey Him in offering. No? What is really important is to listen to the voice of God and obey Him in the offering. No? If God is not involved in your giving, remember this, if God is not involved in your giving, it is not well-pleasing to God. It is not well-pleasing to God. He won't accept it. The church, maybe the church, the ministry, may accept it. But really, God won't accept this. Sabi sa Malakay chapter 1 verse 10, God says, I am not pleased with you. I will not accept offerings you bring to me. No? Tandaan natin, kapag hindi involved sa pagbibigay natin ng ating Panginoon, this is not well pleased to our God. No? No? Why giving is important to God? Because we please God in our giving. Number 3, in our giving allows God to act on our behalf. In our giving allows God to act on our behalf. No? In Malachi chapter 3 verse 10, bring all the tithes into the storehouse that there may be food in my house, and I prove me now by it, says the Lord of hosts, I will not open the windows of heaven for you and pour you out a blessing there shall not be room enough to receive it. Your giving of tithes and offering requires God to open the windows of heaven over yourself. No? If you don't tithe and give offerings, so the windows of heavens are closed. But if you do, the windows of heaven are open. No? Sabi rito, dahil dun sa pagbibigay natin, ang Diyos, dahil dun sa pagbibigay natin, nag-aak ang ating Panginoon on our behalf. Kaya tayo binibigyan ng biyaya, nag-open ng windows of heaven, dahil dun sa pagbibigay natin. Now, it's our choice. No, it is our choice kung gusto natin open or kung gusto natin close. It is your choice. No? When you give your tithes and offerings to the Lord, definitely the windows of heaven will open. But if you don't, it will close. No, it's your choice, open or closed. No? Number 4, in our giving towards the enemy's plan. Meaning, sa pagbibigay natin, na-prevent yung enemy's plan. No? Kapag pala tayo nagbibigay, tandaan natin kapag pala tayo nagbibigay, no? Nape-prevent, no? Nawawala yung plano ng kalaban. Nagagapi yung plano ng kalaban. Kasi ano ba ang gusto ng kalaban, no? Ng enemy natin. First, he hates it when you sow because he knows you will reap a harvest. 'Di ba, remember when we sow, sabi doon sa salita ng Diyos sa Biblia, we will harvest, we will reap a harvest, no? Ayaw niya nito ng kalaban. The enemy wants you to think that sowing is something that works for some people but not you. No? Yung kalaban daw, no, iniisip niya, binibigyan tayo ng isip that sowing is something that works for some people but not you. No? Pag pinasok ka ng kalaban, iisipin mo na yung pagbibigay hindi para sa iyo, para dun sa iba. Kaya hindi ka na lang magbibigay. No? Hindi mo maintindihan kung anong ibig sabihin ng sowing. No? Yan, pinapasok ka ng kalaban dyan. And he wants you to believe that you will never receive a harvest. Na pinaniniwala ka na hindi ka makaka-receive ng harvest. No? See, this is the work of the evil. No? This is the work nung mga kalaban natin patungkol sa pagbibigay. Kapag hindi ka nagbibigay, sabi rito, no? Hindi ka nakikita, pag hindi ka marunong magbigay, no, pinapasok ka ng kalaban, ng kaaway, at itinatanim sa puso mo na hindi ka mag-harvest. No? The enemy knows that when you begin receiving harvest, you understand the potential you have for blessing others. No? Sabi rito, the enemy knows, yung kalaban daw, alam niya na kapag ikaw ay nakaka-receive ng harvest, naiintindihan mo na ikaw mismo, yung potential mo na mag-bless sa iba. No? Yung pala yun. Kapag ikaw ay hindi marunong magbigay, no? Kapag ikaw pala ay nagbibigay, meron kang potential na ma-bless ka ni Lord at magbigay ng blessing sa iba. No? Yung pala yung kagandahan ng pagbibigay. And the enemy creates false beliefs about money to rob you of your potential for success. No? At ang kalaban, lagi nandiyan dyan, na pinaniniwala tayo, mga Kristiyano, na sa belief about money to rob you of your potential for success. No? Kasi tayo, alam natin na kapag tayo nagbibigay, meron tayong potential. Meron tayong potential na magiging success tayo. Kasi kung ano yung para kay Lord, ibinibigay natin. And God will bless us. No? If we will give kung ano yung para sa ating Panginoon. No? Ito yung ginagawa ng kalaban. Pinaniniwala niya tayo sa mga false belief na hindi tayo kailangan magbigay. No? Para yan sa mga kaiba, para hindi yan para sa atin. So see, yung ginagawa ng kalaban sa atin kapag hindi tayo nagbibigay para sa ating Panginoon. The enemy wants you to ignorant about seed time and harvest, or increasing your money and anything that will empower you to financial success and kingdom use. So see, the enemy wants you to ignorant. You to be ignorant, no, about seed time. No, matindi. Kapag hindi pala tayo marunong magbigay, nagiging ignorante tayo, hindi natin nalalaman, no, yung patungkol sa seed time and harvest. So nawawala yung potential natin na mag-success tayo, na mag-increase yung pera natin, at yung financial natin, at magamit natin sa kaharian ng ating Panginoon. The thing is, Satan fears the most. No? It's a believer who understand how use money for kingdom purposes. No? Ito yung kinatatakutan ng kalaban natin. Yung isang Kristiyano na marunong, maayos, na naiintindihan yung tamang paggamit ng pera para sa ating Panginoon. Okay? The enemy knows that if every Christian tithe and gave offerings, then sin would be eliminated from the earth because God's word would be getting out. So when you follow instruction for spirit-led giving, things change in your life. The enemy knows that if every Christian tithe and gave offerings, then sin would be eliminated. Kapag ka nagtatites ang tao, ang Kristiyano, nagtatites and nag-o-offering, nai-eliminate pala yung kasalanan. Ibig sabihin, kapag hindi ka pala nagtatites, hindi ka nag-o-offering, hindi ka nagbibigay para sa Panginoon, it is a sin. No? It is a sin. So when you follow instruction for spirit-led giving, things change your life. No? So when you follow instruction, kapag nag-follow tayo ng instruction patungkol sa pagbibigay, nababago ang buhay natin. No? Nakikita natin yung pagbabago sa buhay natin. So malaki ang ginagampanan malaki ang ginagawa ng kalaban para hindi tayo matutong magbigay. So ito yung kailangan natin labanan. Kasi sabi rito kapag hindi ka nagbibigay, hindi ka marunong magbigay, kinokontrol ka na pala ng kalaban. Ito yung gustong-gusto ng kalaban, yung hindi ka marunong magbigay. No? At ito, sin to kapag hindi ka marunong magbigay. No? Our giving towards the enemy's plan. Ibig sabihin na prevent niya yung enemy's plan. No? So, yun yung importante. Why giving is important to God. Number 5, our giving creates moments of unlimited blessing. Unlimited blessing. Pag marunong tayo magbigay, binibigyan tayo ng unlimited blessing ng ating Panginoon. Remember the story of King Solomon in 2 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 6? And Solomon went up thither to the brazen altar before the Lord, which was the tabernacle of the congregation, and offer 1,000 burnt offerings upon it. The night, in 2 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 7, that night God appeared to Solomon and said to him, ask what I shall give you. Something got God's attention. What moved God? It was the offering. So remember the story of King Solomon. During that time, God Solomon offering a 1,000 burnt offering, no, doon sa altar. Nag-offer si Solomon para sa ating Panginoon. And after he offered something, tinanong siya ng Diyos, no? Tinanong siya ng Diyos kung ano yung gusto niyang mangyari. At ang sinagot niya, at ang gusto niyang mangyari, bigyan siya ng wisdom, knowledge and wisdom, no? Yun yung kanyang yung request niya, yung wisdom and knowledge, no? At sabi rito in Chronicles chapter 1 verse 8 to 10, yung request niya, yung wisdom and knowledge. In 2 Chronicles chapter 1 verse 11 and 12, God replied to Solomon, because this was in your heart and you have not asked for riches, possessions, honors, and glory of life of your foes, or even for a long life, but have asked wisdom and knowledge for yourself, that you may rule and judge my people over whom I have made you king. Wisdom and knowledge are granted you, and I will give you riches possessions, honors, and glory such as none of the kings had before you, and none after you shall have their equals. Ibig sabihin, no? Naging step niya, first step niya para mag-urge ang Diyos na bigyan siya ng mga blessing. 'Di ba? Ano ba yung nag-caught ng attention ng ating Panginoon? What moved God dun sa istorya ni Solomon? 'Di ba yung it was his offering, yung nag-move kay Lord para bigyan siya ng unlimited blessing. Yung ibinigay sa kanya ng ating Panginoon, hindi lamang knowledge and wisdom na grant sa kanya, yung riches niya na hindi mararanasan ng ibang hari sa mga nakaraan ng hari, hindi pa nararanasan ng ibang hari at yung mga hari na darating pa. Na si Solomon lang ang makakaranas. This is the unlimited blessing na ibinibigay sa atin ng Panginoon. Kapag tayo marunong magbigay, no, the unlimited blessing will come to us. So ganon ka tayo pinagpapala ng ating Panginoon kapag marunong tayo magbigay. No, number 6, why giving is important to God? Number 6, giving creates conversation and change. No, giving creates conversation and change. No. Sabi rito, best example, no, giving creates conversation and change. Naalala na ba natin yung istorya ni Abel and ni Cain na kung sino ang maayos na nagbigay? Di ba? Di ba yung istorya niya ang popular doon yung pagbibigay ni Abel, no? At yung in Hebrews chapter 11, yung pagbibigay ni Cornelius in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 4, yung pagbibigay ni Cornelius, no, yung una yung pagbibigay ni Abel, yung pangalawa yung kay Cornelius, no, yung pagbibigay ni Abel at yung pagbibigay ni Cornelius, ito yung nare-recognize ng heaven, no, nare-recognize ni Lord yung katangian ng kanilang pagbibigay, no? At sabi rito, giving creates conversation and change. Sabi rito, in giving of Cornelius was recognized in heaven. In Acts chapter 10 verse 4, and he, gazing intently at him, became frightened and said, What is it, Lord? And the angel said to him, Your prayers and your generous gift to poor have come up as a sacrifice to God and have been remembered by him. No? In Acts chapter 4 verse 14. Nare-recognize ng Lord yung mga pagbibigay, no? Dahil sa kanilang pagbibigay. At 'di ba, sa ating mga Kristiyano, sa atin dito sa ibabaw ng mundo, ang mas naaalala yung mabuting na ibigay mo sa kapwa mo. Mawala ka man sa mundo, ang naaalala sa iyo yung mga mabuting na ibigay mo, no? Yun lang naiiwan sa kanila, no? Yung mga naiiwan mo, it really creates conversation, no? Yung mga naibigay mong mabuti para sa kapwa mo, no? Kapag ikaw ay nawala na dito sa ibabaw ng mundo. At ang best siguro ang meron akong napanood kasi na short story about giving, no? Short story about giving. I think this is the best story, best example ng giving creates conversation and change dahil sa pagbibigay. So I prepared again short clips again about giving. So panoorin natin.
Groceries! Come and get your groceries! I've got veggies, fruits, bread, you name it.
Hi, did you say you have groceries?
Yes. Oh, here you go.
Well, how much is it? My dad and I don't have much money.
Don't worry about it. It's free of charge.
Wow, really? Thank you so much. My dad's gonna be so happy.
You're welcome. Free groceries!
Free groceries? Come on. What's the catch?
Oh, there is no catch. A lot of people are hurting in the world right now, and you never know. One small act of kindness can make a big difference. So, here you go.
Look, I hate to break it to you, but do you really think that giving someone a bag of groceries is gonna make a difference?
Well, I do, because it's made a difference in my life. You see, a couple months ago, I opened up a letter from my employer. Because of the hard times, there wasn't enough work, so they fired me. I had no idea how I was going to get by. Bills quickly began piling up. I didn't even know how I was going to survive. Things got so bad that I even ran out of food and had nothing to eat. I scraped up all the money I could find, and I still didn't have enough to buy groceries. But then, out of nowhere, a kind man came and handed me a bag full of food. It was as if an angel came down to help me. So you see, I never would have eaten if it wasn't for that man. His one small act of kindness made a really big difference in my life. So now that I have a new job, I want to help others too.
Well, that is a sweet story and all. But there are millions of people out there that are hungry. So again, I hate to break it to you, but you giving away free groceries isn't gonna make a difference.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you the woman who gave my son groceries?
Hi, yes, I am. Why, is everything okay?
It's more than okay. You see, I was recently let go from work, and things have been so hard I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to feed my family today. Then my son walked in with a bag of groceries that you gave to him, and now my family can eat today. So thank you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And actually, take this too. You might need it.
I won't forget this. God bless you.
God bless you too. Well, it made a difference for them.
Wow. Now that I've seen it with my own eyes, I have to admit you were right. I'm so sorry for the way I treated you earlier.
It's okay. Would you like a bag of groceries? Free of charge.
Sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
You too.
Groceries! Come and get your free groceries!
Hi. Did you say you have groceries?
Sure, yes.
Oh, well, how much are they? It's just that things have been a little hard lately with...
Don't worry about it. They're free of charge.
Really? Oh my god. You have no idea how much this means to me. But why are you doing this?
Well, somebody once told me, a small act of kindness can make a big difference.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Groceries! Get your free groceries!
Hey Darman fam, I hope you love that message. Please remember, we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives. And when you share my videos, you're helping to change lives too. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yun, salamat sa short movies na yon. Makikita natin, no, ano ba ang nagagawa ng pagbibigay, no, in a small way, no. Makikita mo na talagang dahil sa pagbibigay na yan, may nababagong buhay, no. Ang aking pong at ang aking huling salita na iiwan sa inyo, yung small act of kindness can make a big difference, no? So, yun po. Salamat po sa mensahe ng ating Panginoon na ibinahagi sa bawat isa sa atin. At ako po ay nagpapasalamat muli sa ating Panginoon sa natapos nating mensahe. Nawa, magamit natin, tumimo sa puso't isipan natin ang mensahe na ito. Tayo pong natin manalangin. Lord, muli po, pinapurihan ka po namin, pinasasalamatan sa narinig namin ang mensahe. Lord, gamitin mo po ang bawat salita mo na aming narinig sa buhay namin bilang isang Kristiyano, Panginoon. Lord, turuan mo ang bawat isa kung anong dapat namin gawin sa pagbibigay, about pagbibigay. Lord, ikaw po ang siyang bahala na kumilos sa buhay ng bawat isa sa amin. Kung ano po ang mga pangangailangan namin, Panginoon, at ikaw ang siyang mag-provide, Panginoon. Lord, ituro mo sa amin ang tamang pagbibigay na sa ganon hindi kami pasukin ng kaaway, hindi kami pasukin ng kalaban, Panginoon, at kami ay maging taliwas patungkol sa aming pagbibigay. Lord, turuan mo kami, turuan mo aming puso, turuan mo aming isipan na maging tama ayon sa pagbibigay, Panginoon. Salamat po ng marami sa iyo sa buhay na pinagkaloob mo sa bawat isa sa amin. Lord, ikaw po ang pinupuri, pinasasalamatan sa umagang ito. Salamat po, Panginoon. Ito po ang aking panalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus sa aming dakilang tagapagligtas. Amen and amen.